Hey guys, we're at Blossom. We're gonna do a little flying today at Blossom again. And for the haters that say, why are you always flying at Blossom? It's because it's awesome, Blossom. No, really, it's kind of hard for me to be able to fly at other sites unless it's like a weekend or something.
Spell your last name with I-E, right?
Yep, M-I-C-H-I-E-L-S. All right, Blossom, it's 5 o'clock, 5:09, and 3 guys already boosted up and crossed to El Cap, looks like. It's the 5th of July. The 4th of July was really fun for the glass off. Before the glass off, it was a little challenging. It seemed like the wind was blowing too strong and kind of busting everything to pieces. Got a nice bubble right here. There's the edge, 2400. All right, I'm gonna head over to El Cap. All right, so we're gonna go to the rock pile here, and if we can't get up, I may not even make it there at this rate. Losing 300 feet, almost 400 foot per minute. Kind of hoping I was gonna find something on the way over there. I might have to turn around and go back to the face of El Cap. All right, found something over here to work with. Kind of just creeping up a little bit at a time here. Nothing boisterous. Somebody posted in the thread this morning, they were talking about swifts, and there was some interesting facts, and I don't have it all memorized, but they were saying that swifts can stay in the air for 10 months at a time. I never heard anything like that. The only time that they land or nest is when they're laying eggs, and literally in the air, sleeping. They can sleep. They'll take these really high routes. Get super high up, 10,000 feet or whatever, and I can't remember what it said in the article. Something about 10,000. It could be 10,000 meters. I don't know. But anyways, they'll just basically go to sleep on glide, and then they also mate in the air. And I thought, man, that's insanity. How in the world can they stay in the air for that long? So one of the things that the writer on that story wrote was that the swifts will swallow these spiders that they're catching that are obviously getting plucked up in thermals, and they will they'll tuck the spiders. I think it said something like 500 of these little spiders, and they'll tuck them in their cheeks, and they'll only eat them or swallow them when they need it, or they will they'll take the food to the babies. I thought that was really interesting. And this whole time my radio's been off. head back to El Cap. All right, came back to El Cap. All right, well that was a really nice thermal right on the face of El Cap. It took me up to about 3,200. And I'm gonna head on back to Blossom. And now it is 6:08. I just lost enough altitude that my ears popped a couple times. So many paragliders coming back from El Cap at the same time that looked like an invasion was happening. All right, let's see if we can get back up and land up on top. That should be enough altitude to get us to the top landing. Woohoo! All right, so the other day, Atheon was asking me about what's inside my harness. So basically you have these 3 little steps. I'm not sure if I'm looking at this right. And you've got 1, 2, 3. The top one is just you push on that, just a little bit of speed bar. The middle one is the one that I usually use, and that's about half speed bar. And then if you can get your foot all the way back to here, you can push that one all the way down, and that's full speed bar. And when they say full speed bar, they mean bolt to bolt. This is the line that closes everything up. And I thought, not a big deal if the wind blows in here, but what happens is this little hook will be wrapped around in this thing, and then it will shorten up the your room for your feet. And that's forced me to land before when I was wanting to go XC midday, and that could have been a big mistake. I got away with it, but so every little setup is different, but with mine this is very important that you get everything done the right way the first time. Didn't want to touch the dirt. Oh man, so much better. What an amazing night. For a high pressure night, it turned out really good, and I'm well pleased. That was super fun. I did get to learn some stuff about making wide, very light input turns and lift. I learned some stuff about waiting for a thermal. There was an area over at the rock pile where I knew that there was going to be a thermal coming. It's just kind of an interesting concept that I never really thought of, predicting when the thermal, not necessarily where, because you can find the thermals based on, like I can look at the rock face and say, okay, this is going to create a thermal. But what was interesting is waiting for it and then it showing up, and then I was able to utilize that to get up and get out. Super cool. All right, well, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it. See ya.